All right, I'm going to give you guys a little hint for our unboxing today. This was one of the top films ever written. It's actually currently ranked number 3. Yep, that's right. You guessed it. Casablanca. So that is what our unboxing is going to be about today. The Casablanca New Balance collab. And that is our hint. Let's get to this, shall we? Welcome back to my channel, ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. If you haven't already and are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like at the end, as well as leave me some comments because I love your guys' comments. As well as don't forget to hit the notification to alert yourselves of when we will be posting a new video. All right, I know that this was a shoe I've discussed in previous videos. This was probably one of my most painful losses I've ever experienced. It was the 327 Idealiste New Balance collab with Casablanca. This was such a dope, hyped out shoe that I saw everywhere, and I'm a huge fan of New Balance. I know that some of you are like, wow, you're doing an unboxing on New Balance. Well, it is going to be worth it, this entire video. So I definitely would like to tell you guys to stick all the way through it because this is going to be a very informative show, and I think I will convince you by the end that you should definitely purchase this shoe. So of course, first we're going to start with that unboxing of this beautiful silhouette. Then we're going to go into some history behind the brand Casablanca, which you guys will want to stay tuned for that because I'm going to talk about Virgil Abloh of Off-White. You know him, a few of you know who that is. And then we're going to follow that up with some styling, followed by fit. You guys are definitely going to want to watch the fit for this because this is a brand new silhouette that launched this year. And it's very important to know how the sizing works for this because you probably have never had this shoe before. And then we are going to get into resale, which is very important because this shoe is a shoe that's going to make you bank. And that's what we're going to conclude with are the new additions to the Idealiste line, some 2 colorways that will be launching. And that's very important because you're probably going to want to know info on that because you will make money if you're going to resell it as well as just have a dope new silhouette to add to your shoe collection. All right, without further ado, let's get to this unboxing. All right, first off, you guys can see that this is a different box. This is a dope green box, says Idealiste 327. On the top, it's almost framed like a beautiful picture. Definitely a classier box than what I've seen with New Balance. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be an amazing unboxing. Quality box, my goodness. Definitely put some time and effort into the box. It's getting stuck though. There we go. All right, let's put these lovely guys up here. So, my goodness, where do we begin with this? You can definitely tell that both partners are sharing their love for quality materials. New Balance is known for having extremely high quality materials that they use on their shoe, and you can definitely feel this quality that's going on throughout this entire silhouette. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this suede leather in orange that they have wrapping all the way around the shoe. It is just perfection. If you guys just get a moment to go through your shoe collection and you feel the different suedes and materials, you will know that this is top of the line. So we've definitely got this nice aggressive toe shape going on here. as well as we've got this nice kind of green waffle going on that goes all the way down to the bottom of the shoe. Oh, this green and orange just pops. It's like 7-Up. I don't know. I feel like I should have a can of 7-Up right now while I'm looking at this shoe. We also, as you can see on the lateral side, we have this enormous N, which we're definitely not used to seeing on the New Balance silhouettes. At least I've never seen one this large, but it just kind of works. And we've got this kind of tumbled leather going on here. It definitely feels almost like it's been broken in a bit. It's quite nice. So you can definitely tell that the design of this shoe was kind of inspired by the 70s era of runners. I'm just getting like these retro 70 vibes from the shoe. We've got like the nubby rubber all over, which we've definitely seen from that era, as well as this slung padded leather collar. And of course we have like this nice extended chunky heel. These are all definitely giving me vibes from the 70s, and I think they just did a great job with really going back in time and bringing us this kind of modernized retro look. So definitely a shoe where you're like, this is a new silhouette for New Balance, but yet it's kind of not in a sense where they're taking us back in time into the 70s and we're getting, you know, this modernized N on top of it. So it's just like this great combination between two different eras. We've got the modernized N with that 70s kind of attitude going on here. This green hue is just perfect too with the orange. They really hit it with the two color combinations added with that white to just kind of make those bold colors pop. So the designer of Casablanca, Sharaf Tajer, actually in a bunch of different conversations he's had with people, he said that this is basically the cool Italian granddad shoe. And I'm definitely getting these very kind of older Italian posh type of vibes from this shoe. It's very chic, but at the same time, it's definitely an athletic shoe. And I love how New Balance and Sharaf just kind of came together to make this banger of a shoe. My goodness. And then as I go in here, we've got like the New Balance Casablanca Tennis Club. So definitely getting that inspiration in the tongue here from, you know, the tennis club, as it says, tennis club on it. So we can tell where he kind of got some ideas from that. We've got this nice gray light suede on the border of the tongue as well that's covering the eyelets, and some beautiful metallic gold tips to the laces. That's classy. These shoes definitely remind me of somebody who would be maybe lounging in a tennis club with their feet up, drinking an ice cold lemonade or something, waiting for their game to start. They definitely really took me into that kind of vibe arena. Definitely feeling that tennis vibe going on here. We got the 327 on the back and the New Balance nicely embroidered. I mean, the detail and quality in this shoe are crazy. And you can just feel it all around. We've got the New Balance over on this side as well. That's just in the medial section of the shoe. Just got some nice white leather actually in this collar here. This is so quality. Every time I look at a different part of the shoe, it's just like they've added some amazing texture and material to it. Then when I look inside the shoe, we've just got that bright orange New Balance logo inside the sole there. Wow, this is a shoe that I've been waiting for New Balance to bring out. I mean, as you can see, I've got this lovely shirt I'm rocking, $9.90. They've just got these classic silhouettes, and this is definitely a shoe after the Amy Leon Dore shoe that I saw where I was like, oh my God, they're really just tying in fashion with athleisure and making it into this great lifestyle shoe. So thank you, New Balance, for partnering with Casablanca, because this shoe is a snitch. I think this is fire, and I can't wait for you guys to see the styling section, because these shoes literally pop off the screen. It's insane. All right, so now without further ado, let's get into some history on the brand Casablanca so I can let you guys know how fire this designer is and how you should definitely keep an eye out for him, because he is going to be huge one of these days. Let's do this. All right, Sharaf Tajer, the designer of Casablanca. He is a French-Moroccan designer who is obsessed with the 70s, as we can see here. His flowy, silky, outrageously printed clothes are what this designer is really known for. So Sharaf Tajer started Casablanca at the end of 2018. He basically had a strong Paris cult menswear credentials behind him. After designing at Pigalle and co-founding the nightclub Le Papin, he basically had all the tools necessary to really getting this brand off the ground. But recently, he actually was a finalist for the LVMH prize, which is no surprise after seeing this shoe. So if you don't know what the LVMH prize is, this actually started and launched in 2013. And it has become a key source for breaking new talent into the fashion industry, explaining and exploring the works of these designers to help them basically get their brands off the ground. And they do reward finalists with great resources, as well as offering them money to help create, their dreams of getting their brands off the ground and running. And at this actual prize for the LVMH event for the prize, he had to actually go up in front of people like Anna Winters and Gigi Hadid, as well as other people who were on the board judging him, included Virgil Abloh, Rihanna, we've got Marc Jacobs, Jonathan Anderson. So if you can imagine how stressful that environment must have been to have shown your entire collection and to be judged by, such high quality judges. I can't even imagine the stress that would have been going through his mind. But hey, he made it as a finalist, well deserved. Kudos to you. So let's talk more about Sharaf Tajer and his background. So he was born in Paris, and his parents, who both met at an atelier, they were in Morocco, in Casablanca specifically, which I think is obviously a great name for his brand, because he has these extended roots in Casablanca. So as I mentioned in the movie, if you get that kind of feel and vibe for what's going on in that environment, it really sets the stage for how great his designs are that he's created. And as far as, the brand goes, it is designed in Paris, as well as he is based there, but his clothing is actually made in Casablanca, which is very cool, because he wants to, keep his roots where he got the inspiration from. And that basically was the foundation from his mom and dad that really kind of set him on this great career path to becoming an amazing designer. And he's definitely worked for some heavy hitters such as Virgil himself and other, amazing designers to really get that experience. And I think it took him about 3 years where he had this idea in his mind to create the brand Casablanca. And I'm so glad that he did, because he was able to bring us such an amazing silhouette that he created with New Balance. And something that was so different with New Balance, if you don't know this, they typically, this Boston-based brand, New Balance, they don't really go all out in doing collaborations with, different people. They're very finicky and picky, I feel like, in who they do decide to do collabs with, which you guys have probably seen my Stray Rat collab that I did. And I did mention Amy Leon Dore. They did a collab with her, but that specific silhouette already existed. For Casablanca, they basically allowed him to create a brand new silhouette, which we haven't really seen. And so that's kind of, some iffy territory to be your first collaboration with a huge brand like New Balance and, creating something new and exciting, but you obviously don't know how successful it's going to be. And so they really entrusted him in creating this amazing shoe. And I think he killed it above and beyond. And so Sharaf Tajer is really known for his track suits, these silky, over-the-top, bold, and printed kind of outfits. And he gets his inspiration, he says, from traveling all the time. He literally spends all his time traveling, he says, and spending his time in hotels. And so Sharaf noticed, when he's in these hotels, he likes to be quite comfortable, as well as when he looked around the lobbies at the hotels, they seemed to be people who were very dressed up. And so he saw, this kind of empty spot in the fashion industry that he could kind of disrupt in a sense of creating a new line that was representative of those people who not only wanted to be comfy, but wanted to kind of be a step up from just looking comfortable, but being classy while being comfortable. And so he's created these great outfits, these t-shirts, linen suits, terry cloth track suits, these amazingly beautiful prints. And, he's not afraid to push these boundaries. He's basically been quoted in Vogue and other magazines on how, he's not afraid to kind of push this femininity into a menswear line. He doesn't think that you should be afraid to kind of merge the two together. And I feel like he does it just so well with his brand. It really displays how, it's a bit gender neutral in a sense where I don't feel like I should be uncomfortable wearing any of his clothes. I could definitely go online and shop for anything that he's listed and feel pretty confident that I could rock it as a female. But I love that, also males can do the same. And so he's just made his brand really, available to all different genders. Doesn't matter, what your background is, which is great. All right, let's hop into styling. So if you didn't know, before these shoes even graced, the pages of advertisement, they actually previewed these in Fashion Week in Paris. And so we got this amazing sneak peek on these shoes, and we were able to see it paired with high-end fashion wear for the whole entire Casablanca line, which is incredible to be able to see sneakers in a runway show. As a model, I will tell you this, I am always so thankful and so excited when the designer brings sneakers to the show for you to wear. If I had to choose every single time between heels and sneakers, I'm going to go with sneakers every single time. So I know those models were super stoked to be wearing these down the runway because it makes life so much easier when you have to walk. But let's get back to the styling portion. Let's go through my 3 outfit choices. I basically went super casual with this. As far as the first outfit, I decided to just wear a basic plain gray tank top. And I put it with some straight leg jeans and I rolled them up. I didn't really want to cover the shoe. I think it has such great accents with this metallic gold tip on the laces, as well as these orange accents. I think this shoe is definitely a shoe you really want to wear when you're showing it off. And so I definitely don't find myself wanting to cover the silhouette whatsoever. I want to have a little bit of skin above to show, these colors, because I think these bold colors go great with my tan skin. Really makes it pop, especially with the white and the green accents on it. And it's definitely a great shoe to be your, kind of statement piece. So with this simplified outfit, it was definitely that pop of color my outfit needed to just be like, look at me, look how big in these shoes are. These are fire. All right, so next up for the second outfit, I basically tied it into more of a floral printed Topshop dress that was more patterny. I looked at the runway show for Casablanca, and I mean, he just has these incredible floral print silk outfits, and they literally just worked so well with this pair of shoes. I mean, the florals and the accents that he adds to his clothing are just so, I guess, not so bold in your face. It's just very classic and elegant the way that he pairs all the colors and patterns into his clothing. And for this outfit with the dress, I think it just worked well. I mean, it's both kind of loud pieces, but because these are such bold, vibrant colors, I think it worked really well with that. It's a little bit more dressy too, so if you don't want to be too super casual, I think that wearing, you know, a dress for you ladies out there, obviously, this would be a great combo. And my third and final look was an off-white chrome hearts, bright orange hoodie. If you guys heard earlier, obviously he has worked with Virgil, so I thought it would be great to actually pair a designer he's worked with into one of my outfits. And I just wore some cropped denim jeans in this specific outfit just to show you some more skin, to see what these shoes look like, with also a little bit of darker shade of denim. And yeah, I think this is just a great shoe that's going to go with a lot of options, but most importantly, it is officially summer, everybody. So I'm definitely looking to add some great summer colorways to my wardrobe, and these shoes are, I tell you, probably my #1 pick for a summer shoe. I cannot wait to rock these. My God, it's been so hot outside, and this is just the perfect shoe. I mean, the way that they built this shoe as well, with the leather and the holes in here, there's so much breathability that you're getting. Your feet are not going to feel like they're suffocating. I mean, hands up for all of you who have leather shoes and your feet sweat in those shoes. It is a terrible feeling. But as you can see here, there are holes all over the shoe, so you're going to get great ventilation. It is amazing. All right, that is the styling portion of the show. Now we're going to move into the fit of this specific silhouette. I think this is very important for you guys if you have not purchased a shoe before. They have also launched other colors that were not part of this collab, and I'm not sure if any of you were able to get your hands on a pair of those because they have all sold out. This silhouette has literally taken off the ground. I mean, it's just crazy. So you definitely, before you purchase a shoe, are going to want to know the size and the fit of it. For me specifically, I went a little bit smaller and I was a little worried, but because I bought these on Resale, which I normally never do, but I was just so obsessed with these shoes, and I finally waited and found an amazing price for these, and I had to just pull the trigger. And I literally went down just half of a size because it was obviously more affordable in my budget, but at the same time in my mind I was thinking, what if they don't fit? Well, luckily enough, these fit perfectly. I wouldn't have gone, if I had gone an extra size down instead of that half a size, these would have been way too small. My feet are definitely at the end of the toe box here, but you know, I'm gonna wear thin socks with these for sure because this is going to be my summer shoe. I don't plan on wearing super thick socks, which in that case, I would have definitely needed to go with my normal size of 7.5, but I definitely fluctuate depending on silhouettes between an 8.5 and a 9 in women's. But for this specific shoe, I went with a 7 in men's, and it works great because I wear super thin socks with these. There are no shows, and I absolutely love them. Works out super great. All right, so that is the fit portion. We're now going to hop into the resale, so get ready to hear how well these shoes are doing. Okay, now that I have my StockX pulled up, we can go through the resale on these shoes. I'm not going to lie, these were very difficult shoes to cop. I think they were extremely limited.
I wanted to talk about your New Balance collaboration, which, as I'm told, sold out in 37 seconds. Is that right?
Something like this, yeah. We were so surprised, yeah. So surprised because when it comes to the stock that we got, we thought it's gonna take us a week or two to sell maybe the half.
Yeah.
And then when the first store to put them online was the stores in Japan,
yeah.
United Arab and Sons and Great. And when we saw the 3 stores sold out immediately, we were like, okay, we thought it was a bug at the beginning. We were like, maybe something like something wrong is going or something. And then goes to the stores in Korea, China, then he goes to Europe and then USA. And like when it comes to our store, we were like so surprised how fast it goes. And from our partners, we got the numbers from everywhere, and everywhere was like around a minute. So and we saw the statistic, and it was a lot of people on the website. Like the numbers I didn't expect.
And I thought for some reason people may not know the brand Casablanca and weren't as big fans of New Balance, but my God, I was proven exactly wrong because I took a fat L on these shoes. It was painful, it was brutal. I tried so many places to cop these, but even on the restocks, they sold out so quick. I just couldn't get one. So definitely was keeping an eye out on the resale of these and found a great opportunity to slide in there and get a pair for a decent price. But now the prices have kind of skyrocketed a bit. And I'm looking at the lower end right now for 11.5. We've got it going for $345. And on the higher end, it looks like a 5.5 base size is going around $680. Looks like we've got a lot of 400 to 500 price points as well for the base sizes. And it looks like for the larger sizes, you know, depending on how high you go, it's more affordable. But once you get into that 12.5 to size 15, you're definitely looking at paying over $600 for a shoe that retailed at $150. The thing I love about New Balance is, you know, you're buying a shoe for a little bit higher price point, $150, but it's not breaking the bank. And at the same time, I love when I get a shoe and I just know that like my investment is really paying off because of the quality of the materials that they use on the shoe. And this shoe is definitely one of those shoes where you are spending your money on quality, and it really shows. And so if you do decide to go and purchase these on StockX, I do have those affiliate links listed in my description. Please go and hit those description links if you do want to look at the resale for them and if you're interested in purchasing it. As I've mentioned before, it does help my channel if you do use those links, so feel free to get any information on those if you need it. As well as prices, I like to always mention, do fluctuate, so do not kill me if these prices change. They could go up higher, they could go down lower. As the stock exchange, things on StockX are consistently changing. So do know that the price points on these may be different depending on when you watch this video. All right, that was the resale on these shoes. So next up, we're actually going to conclude the video with the new silhouettes that are coming out in the Idealiste 327 series. We've got 2 new colorways that will be launching, and I'm so excited to actually see what, you know, these shoes are going to look like, because off of the pictures, they look amazing. And so I just want to go through quickly, you know, some comparisons between the two and inform you on these shoes, because you will want to go and play for these shoes. Whether or not you want to keep them or resell them, they're extremely comfortable, extremely fashionable. And on top of that, if you hate them, you're going to make a good amount of money. And so we don't currently have a release date for this new silhouette, but New Balance did post on their Instagram this amazing image of the 2 silhouettes that they will be bringing out. This is definitely a more minimalistic type of look. You're not going to have these crazy bold colorways. So I didn't mention this earlier. This specific silhouette did come in 2 different options of colorways. I decided to go with the orange, green, and white colorway, but there was also a more simpler colorway, which is green and white. For this new collection, for the Casablanca collab, you'll see that they definitely kept some of the same neutral tones within that shoe. We've got some creams and some whites that are added in there, but you can definitely see there's more of a floral pink on the inside of that collar, as well as on the black silhouette, where we have a black N, and it's more of like a silky, shiny kind of a sheen to it on the black N. And then we have a more subdued N that's white, but we are still seeing some of that green that's basically outlining that N. And it looks like on the black, we have definitely got this kind of waffle texture going on the back of it, but in a black tone as opposed to the green on these shoes. And on the white and green outline end shoe, it's more of a cream colorway as opposed to this green that you have on the sole and on the back of the heel here. Those shoes are fire, and I really am in love with that black one actually, because as you guys know, I'm obsessed with black.
I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
And so definitely think that that specific colorway and that silhouette is going to be my go-to, but I definitely think that this is not a brand to be overlooked, as is proven with the StockX prices and how fast these shoes flew off the shelves. I definitely think these two newer versions in the Idealiste package are going to be insane, and people are going to go crazy over them. So stay tuned. Keep an eye out on when this new pair of shoes will be launching. I will definitely be keeping my eyes peeled and open for those. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to this New Balance unboxing. I am loving, expanding the different shoes that I do unboxings for. So thanks so much for tuning into this episode. As I say, if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up at the end, and leave me a comment if you have any questions about the specific shoe. And also let me know if you guys are planning on going to play for the new 2 shoes that we have a preview of. And don't forget, hit that notification, because I want to alert you as soon as I have a new video up. And we've got some great new content coming out this week. So keep your eyes open for when we're about to launch those new episodes. But once again, it's always a pleasure doing these videos for you guys. We'll see you next time. This is ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. We'll catch you later.